Illustrator can create paragraph and character styles to make it easy to consistently format text in a document quickly and easily. Let's create some styles to see how these work. Now, I'm beginning this video with the styles.ai file already open on my computer. And we're going to start by simply applying some styles so you can get an idea of how these work. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in on the middle section of this document. And we can see that we've got some text down here that is not formatted appropriately. Now, I should point out that some of these styles may use fonts that are not found on your system. So if they are, please feel free to replace them with the font that you have. Now, I'm going to grab my type tool, and I'm going to go ahead and select the text accessories here. Now, I'll go ahead and zoom in real quickly so we can see this a little bit better. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up my Styles panel. So I'm going to go to Window, come down to Type, and choose Paragraph Styles. And the job of Paragraph Styles is to format the entire paragraph in which you are clicked. So I have my hidden characters showing right now so you can see this. But if I click on icon text, you can see that it formats this type appropriately. Now, you really don't have to select the text. You can actually just click inside of the text, apply the style, and as you can see, it formats everything within that paragraph. A return is what defines the end of a paragraph. Now, I'm just going to go to the Type menu, and I'm going to turn off Show Hidden Characters because I don't need to see those. And the other way you can apply these, we can switch to our Selection tool, and I can highlight multiple areas of text at a time. And I can also apply the style that way as well. So you can see it's really efficient. So how do we apply our own styles? How do we create our own styles? Well, I'm going to go ahead and zoom out, and then I'm going to zoom in down on the footer portion of my document. And specifically, the shopping category that we have here. Because I've already formatted this text the way that I want it to appear. And now I'd like to create some styles to make it easy for me to format the remaining text over here. So I'm going to use my Type tool, and I'm going to go ahead and click inside of this text. You may see that you may have the normal paragraph style or the basic paragraph style applied by default. And that's okay. We're going to create our own style. So I'm going to go ahead and click anywhere within this text. And while holding down the Option key on Mac or the Alt key on Windows, I'm going to click on the Create New Style button. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that button, and I'm going to give this style a name. So I'm going to call this Footer Heading Text. And because I was clicked inside of some text, it's going to record the properties of that text into this style. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and click OK. And then if I click on the footer heading text, it's going to apply that style. Now, you'll notice that I do have a plus sign here, and that's what's called a style override. It means there's a little bit of extra formatting in there beyond what the style is defining. So sometimes to clear that out, you just need to highlight this text and Alt or Option click on that style to wipe out that plus sign. And now it's using the sole definition of that style. You can also double check your character styles to make sure that there's no formatting applied there as well. So we'll go ahead and go back here. So now we have our footer heading text. I'm going to open this up a little bit. And then I want to apply the same formatting to this text as well. So I'm just going to click inside of the email sign up, and we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to Alt or Option click to create a new style. And I'm going to call this the footer body text. And we'll go ahead and click OK. Now, if I apply the footer body text style, again, we have a little bit of an override. What I'm going to do is highlight all of these, and then we can apply footer body text, and then you may need to Alt or Option click to strip out that override. So that looks pretty good. We now have two styles for formatting our text. So let's see if this works. We're going to move over here to this section, and I'm going to click inside of the info category. And if I apply footer heading text, you can see that it's formatting this exactly the way that it's supposed to appear. And if I highlight the remaining text and apply footer body, boom, right there is where we want to be. So let's get over to this last section. About is the footer heading text, and footer body text is automatically applied. Now, occasionally, you may want to create what's called a character style. And the job of a character style is to format only a certain area of text within a paragraph. So I'm going to move way over here. And let's just say for some reason or another, I want the word tablet to be a different color. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight that text, highlight the word tablet, and I'll go to my swatches panel and I want to apply a different color to this text. Maybe I'll actually click on the gray color to make that a different color here. Maybe we'll actually let's just go to the colors panel and I'm going to make this like a reddish, something that's going to stand out. There we go. So now we have that text that stands out pretty well. Now I'm going to highlight this text. I'm going to go to character styles. And we're going to do the same process here. I'm going to Alt or Option click on the Create New Style button. And I'm going to call this, we'll call it Highlight. And I'll go ahead and click OK. And now if I click on Highlight, it's going to apply that style. Now watch what happens. If I highlight this and click None, now it goes back to the original formatting that we had. But if I wanted to selectively modify a certain area, I can highlight the word daily, highlight that, highlight catalog, can highlight that. And you can see that character styles isolate a certain area. When you're working with extensive text, a common use of character styles is to create, say, a bold style and an italic style to quickly apply that type of formatting. So styles may not be applicable to every project you create, but for any project that requires consistently formatted text, styles are definitely the way to go.